Geneviève Filion. He is the North American CEO of BNP Paribas Open. So fortunate to have you in studio today. I know you're swamped. You're kind of busy. It's like a major tournament in town, and you probably have better things to do than sit here and talk to me.
Oh, please.
So thank you for coming in.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's terrific to be with you today. Thank you for hosting us.
You know, I was looking at some of my notes here about how this tournament has grown, and I know that we are the 5th largest when it comes to like the purse, the prize, and the tournament, but we're #1 in attendance, right, in the world. Is that right?
It is absolutely correct. I'm glad you mentioned that. You know, back in 2009, when BNP Paribas stepped in, it was a tough time. The economy was at a low point.
Sure
the tournament had no, sponsor title anymore, and we just stepped in. We found terrific partners here, and the tournament has become what you just described. We've enjoyed every single step of this journey.
Yeah, I moved to the desert the first time in December of '96. I remember when it was the Pacific Life Open. I remember when we didn't have that magnificent stadium. Now another one, thanks to Mr. Ellis. And so it's just amazing how it's grown. Also looking at the numbers of how many people you employ and the money that it brings to our local economy. Talk about that. I mean, those numbers are huge.
That's another key point. You know, it's fantastic to sponsor such a great tournament, wonderful players. But what we are extremely proud of is the contribution to the local economy. The tournament itself has created 4,500 jobs for the region.
That's great.
In terms of volume of business, it's around $400 million each year.
You're talking hotel rooms and taxi cabs.
People you host, people you come. And last year the tournament hosted over 450,000 people over the 2 weeks.
And I hear we may break a record this year.
It's on its way, absolutely.
How are things going? We're a week, today's Thursday, so we're a week and a half in. How's it looking so far?
Well, it's looking great. We have terrific players, wonderful matches. And what we love about this tournament, as you said, this is, now the number 5 in the world, #1 in terms of attendance. We have the top players, but it's very friendly. It's very user-friendly, players are accessible. There is a very unique atmosphere to the BNP Paribas Open.
I have found that out here in most of our events, whether it's a charity event or a big tournament like this. We, of course, have the A&A Inspiration with the best female golfers. We have the guys come in for the Career Builder. And all of our events, like your event, the other ones, people can come out here and really go right up to the stars, to the star athletes, the celebrities, whatnot, get to meet them, get pictures, autographs, and really close to the action. Where if you go to a New York or LA or Chicago to a major event or overseas, London, whatnot, security's really strict, which in this day and age needs to be, but you get that more community feel, and you get to be part of the action.
And speaking of the community, I've had the privilege to come over here every year since 2009, and I had the privilege to know the people better, to understand the community better. What I'm very proud of and what I would like to mention today is we're starting this year a scholarship program.
That was going to be my last question, is talk about the scholarships.
Well, it's a scholarship program which will be granted to 2 students of the Coachella Valley High School. One of them actually is going to go to UC Irvine this fall, and the other one actually is going to go to USC. And I think it's a great connection between tennis, between the world of banking, or a bank which is really trying to contribute to the economy, and basically making sure the students here can continue to not only play tennis, because these kids are terrific tennis players, but can go to school and...
we have some really great young tennis players.
Great young tennis players and very well-educated students as well. Then that's another step for the bank. We own Bank of the West, who opened a branch last year here in Indian Wells.
Right.
Another way for us to be even more part of the community at Indian Wells. We really love that.
Well, I can tell you, they're wrapping me up here, but I can tell you that for us here at KMIR, because we've partnered up with the Tennis Channel and we're covering it every year, we have our own Gino Lamont out there live every night at 5 and 6. A big thank you to BNP, the Paribas Open, for coming to town, bringing all those jobs, all that cash to the economy, and now a scholarship as well. There's the website. They'll be doing another scholarship next year. So if you've got kids out there playing tennis and they're a great student and they'd like some help with college next year, apply for those scholarships. Geneviève, thank you so much for coming in.
A pleasure being here.
I know
thank you for having me.
Back over to the tournament by 7, so we'll let you go.
Terrific. Thank you, Dan.
24 minutes past the hour. You're watching